said, oh man, the building is on fire. I said, no, what? I got my 3 kids and we bounced out. We ain't gonna be in no fire, not today.
Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another edition of Budget Magic. And this week, we're heading to our new standard format to play some Mono Red Solphim Burn. This deck I'm really hyped about. It's a kind of unique take on Burn that's trying to see how much damage we can deal with a single Thermo-Alchemist or a single play with fire by stacking up a bunch of stuff that adds damage to our spells like Solphim or Mechanized Warfare. As you can see, $100 in paper, 15 rares or mythics on Magic Arena, so pretty cheap everywhere. Let's talk about the deck, jump into some games, see it in action. So we start with the two kind of hallmark cards of the deck, Solphim and Mechanized Warfare. These are the cards that add damage to our other spells. Mechanized Warfare, 3-mana enchantment, just makes red and artifact sources deal as much damage as they normally deal, +1. So all of a sudden our Thermo-Alchemist, let's say, is tapping for 2 damage. Our Kessig Flame Breather is pinging for 2 damage. And then we have Solphim. Solphim is super exciting. It says if a source would deal non-combat damage to an opponent or one of their permanents, it deals double damage instead. So again, that means by itself, our Kessig Flame Breather, when it pings our opponent, it's pinging for 2. 1 doubled is 2. Same with Thermo-Alchemist. Where the deck gets really crazy though is if we can get Mechanized Warfare and also Solphim going, then we can stack our replacement effects in the right order to deal a ton of damage. So let's say we have 1 Mechanized Warfare and a Solphim and a Thermo-Alchemist. We tap our Thermo-Alchemist, normally it deals 1 damage, but if we have it so Mechanized Warfare resolves first, it'll be 2 damage, and then Solphim resolves to double it up to 4 damage. A single tapping a Thermo-Alchemist with those 2 cards is 4 damage, and it gets even more ridiculous. Like with 2 Mechanized Warfares, we had those first, get up to 3 damage, then double it to 6 damage, and all of our other effects work like that as well. So if we can get our board set up the way we want to, our Flame Breathers and Thermo-Alchemists are going to be insane. And then we also have just a bunch of bird spells. Play with Fire, Lightning Strike, also work really well with Mechanized Warfare and Solphim. They can go at our opponent's face, they can deal with creatures, call in a professional to deal with life gain. Rebel Salvo can't go face, unfortunately, but it does just cleanly answer Shieldred, which is really important to this deck. The life gain from Shieldred really slows us down. Otherwise, couple of 1-drops. Kamano faces Kazan, also kind of good with our synergies. It deals 1 damage when it comes into play, so that works with our Solphim and our Mechanized Warfare. Chandra, our card advantage engine, and more pinging. Mana base, pretty simple. Some Mountains and Mishra's Foundries in the sideboard, a bunch of removal customization, some Graveyard hate. Flame Channeler, trying to make this like our budget Reckoner Bankbuster. If it flips, it can kind of draw cards. Not sure if it's worth it. We'll find out. And that is Mono Red Solphim Burn for Phyrexia All Will Be One standard. That's our budget Magic deck for today. So let's jump into some games and see how much damage can we deal with a single Thermo-Alchemist activation with the help of Solphim and Mechanized Warfare. That's what we're gonna find out. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll be back in a bit for the wrap up. Need some Phyrexia All Will Be One cards? Well, you can snag them from our sponsor Card Kingdom over at cardkingdom.com/MTGGoldfish. Budget Magic time. This week we're playing some Mono Red damage doubling stacks it up Solphim Burn, trying to see how much damage we can get out of a single Play with Fire, Kessig Flame Breather, Thermo-Alchemist, and we can stack up a bunch of Mechanized Warfares and Solphims. Well, only 1 Solphim, but yes, we will play first. 1 land's risky. We're probably just gonna immediately Play with Fire to scry. As long as, if we can hit 2 lands, this hand's nice. If we can hit 1 land, this hand's functional. We have a lot of good cards. I mean, the challenge is, do we hit the lands? Mountain, go. What are you up to, opponent? What are you up to? Xander's Lounge. All right, Grixis, eh? I mean, play with fire. Make sure we hit a land or try to. Put Solphim to the bottom. Land, magic gods. Oh. Praise be the magic gods. Okay, we're good. We're good. We got the land. Thermo-Alchemist. Opponent. Actually, maybe we should have cast Flame Breather. I think we should have, actually. Flame Breather, the main difference is Flame Breather triggers on any non-creature spell. Thermo-Alchemist just instants and sorcery, so we would have got a damage out for the Chandra. I mean, we're not going to complain. We still have a Chandra, but I think that was a small sequencing punt, actually. We kind of want 1 more land. If we can draw 1 more land, we can Flame Breather and Mechanized Warfare next turn. Fable of the Mia Breaker. Well, ping you. Down to 16. Opponent makes a Goblin Solphim. Oh, we could take up Chandra and make Solphim mana, but it's probably better to wait. We have this extra Chandra in hand, so if we can draw one more land, we can play Solphim and make it indestructible. Tricky, tricky times. Let's just Mechanized Warfare. Make our Chandra ping for 2, hit you to 14. Wow, I hope that Flame Breather punt doesn't come back to bite us. I think we would have had 2 extra damage so far. And when you're playing a burn style deck, every damage counts. Losing that 2 damage by playing Thermo-Alchemist instead of Flame Breather, that could be relevant this game, especially like opponent's Grixis, you know, they're gonna have Shieldred. So every little bit of damage we can squeeze out of our cards, we really need. Wow, you know what would be bad here? Invoke Despair would be soul crushing. It would invoke Despair. That would get all of our permanents. Get the Mechanized Warfare, get the shot. That would be like the max value invoke. Well, we get to block, opponent gets a treasure. Don't invoke us. Honestly, we would accept a Shieldred here if we had to over invoke. Invoke is what we want to see the least. At least Shieldred, like whatever, you're gonna gain, it's very good against us, but it doesn't immediately just end our life. Opponent's thinking it over. I guess that means they don't have Invoke. Okay, it is a Shieldred. I assume if they had Invoke, they were just firing that off as quick as possible. Hit you to 12. Well, we'll see. Come on, Magic the Gathering land card. Guess we keep waiting? We can take up for a card, but we can't hit lands off it anyway. It only hits red cards. So the +1 doesn't seem that good when what we need the most is a land. Yeah, all right, maybe we need a removal spell for Shieldred. Swift Spear. I mean, that's kind of okay. Play the Swift Spear. Play the Flame Breather. Yeah, I really don't know. I mean, this worked out. The other option is just take up for damage and double Flame Breather. Well, we will pass. Opponent's gonna get to start doing Shieldred stuff. We do have a couple of answers to Shieldred in the main deck. Still really just want to land for the Solphim. I mean, I guess we can just uptick and run it out. This deck just has so much removal that we really would love to Solphim, immediately discard Chandra and Flame Breather and make it indestructible. I'll give you a hint, opponent. Wow, opponent made the same punt we did. Okay. Kills the Thermo-Alchemist. We played the wrong one earlier and our opponent killed the wrong one later. I mean, maybe they're just gonna kill both of them and then it makes sense. It is just slightly worse. They're both very similar, but Alchemist is just slightly worse Flame Breather. It just triggers on less and it doesn't have any power. And it has Summoning Sickness, so I guess it's worse in like 3 ways. Opponent gonna sack the treasure. Corpse Appraiser gonna do digging. What do you think of our Alchemist Corpse, opponent? How's it looking? What is your appraisal? 2 lands being milled is what you want to see. Means our opponent took the only non-land or maybe got stuck with a land, so about as unthreatening as a Corpse Appraiser can be. Opponent attacks. Well, you do get to kill the Goblin for free. Mechanized Warfare does add a damage to the combat as well. Chandra goes to 2 but isn't dead. Wow, so many Chandras. So many Chandras. The combination of Shieldred and that couple of missed damage from early in the game might actually matter here. We can deal. So this takes up for 2. Opponent goes to 10. Take up Chandra for 2. Hit you to 10. Make a mana. Play another Chandra. Trigger Prowess. Take up Chandra. Hit you for 2. Flame Breather. Get in with a Swift Spear. Let's get swifty. Getting the Corpse Appraiser off the table is fine. That means our opponent can't do reflections, shenanigans. They're down to 6 temporarily. Really more like 10 because of Shieldred, but oh, I really wish we had one more land for Solphim. Opponent draws a card, gains some life. Actually, more like 12. Draws a card, gains some life. I guess the question is, do we chump to keep Chandra? The whole main deck Duress, actually pretty good. Taking Chandra 3, we did want that. Our opponent might actually be best off like crewing Bankbuster and then copying it with reflections. 2 4/4s here is it's a lot of damage. We probably got to keep the Flame Breathers over the Chandra. Wow, ended up being a very close game against probably the best deck in the format. Like Grixis has been at or near the top of the meta for months now. So always nice when you got a budget deck that can keep up with the best decks in the format. Although I don't know if we're gonna be able to win this. a braid. Okay, things are getting worse. Now we're getting to the in trouble stage of the game. Wandering Mind goes digging. That is GG's. That is the GG's. Opponent fires up the Bank Buster. Yeah, we don't have a way to stop that invoke, and it is still absurd here. Oh, so I guess we gotta win. We have to, is there a way we can win? We hit for 2. We draw a spell. Hit for 2. Oh, land. Too late. Too late. Yeah, invoke wrecks us. We can't kill the Shieldred, and we lose so much of our stuff. All right. Well, bring in more answers to Shieldred, the Rebel Salvos, and that's about it. That was close. We gotta be able to get the Shieldred off the battlefield. Shieldred's so good against us. I wonder how good Solphim is. It's stuck in our hand that game. If we could have got it down though, I think it would have won us the game. Like if we had hit one more land. All right, we're on the play for game 2. We got the lands this game. Solphim is officially castable. This is a little land heavy, but I like that we can kill a Shieldred. Hopefully we don't keep drawing lands. That would be a problem. Sulfur Springs passes. Lightning Strike. Well, Mechanized Warfare with burn spells is not the worst. And ships the turn. Faces. Well, at this point, we might as well get down the Mechanized Warfare. Next turn, we can actually deal a surprising amount of damage if we want to. Blood Tithe Harvester. I mean, the +1 damage is nice. Another mountain. Now we want Solphim. Now Solphim would be great. Faces, ping you for 2, thanks to Mechanized Warfare. And then I guess we just pass. If our opponent's got Shieldred, we can kill it, which is nice. All right, opponent going to sack the blood, get rid of a land, sure. Actually, we're kind of rooting for Shieldred here. This would be our perfect window to kill it. Hits us for 3. Oh, we might have to kill that. Well, do we have to kill that? Opponent takes up. We discard the mountain. Do we kill it? We can just Rebel Salvo it. We can also just, like, cast our burn spells. Yeah, let's just kill it. This means we don't technically have a Shieldred answer. I guess we could use multiple burn spells on it, but that's not ideal. Well, Liliana down. All right, Thermo-Alchemist. And we get the counter on it. It's a combo, technically. Get that power. It has Defender, but actually the extra toughness is more relevant. It means we can actually block the Blood Tithe Harvester. We got cut down. All right. Sure. Down. Land. Fable the Mirror Breaker. Sure. So we have what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 damage of burn in hand. That is a lot of burn. Opponent, are we blocking? If our opponent doesn't block, we're like a lightning strike away from lethal, which is kind of ridiculous. That is the power of Mechanized Warfare. All right. Gonna do some looting. No Shieldreds. No discards 1. That means our opponent's gonna have something good in hand. Oh, opponent, you cashed in that blood token earlier. Attempts to kill the etchings. I think our opponent forgot they do not actually have any blood at the moment. We will take it. Gets in, hits us. Down to 12. Oh, that's what I see. So our opponent, they had a line in their head where they're gonna play the Blood Tithe Harvester and then sack the other one, but they did it in the wrong order. Well, play with fire, landed the bottom, hit you to 11. Looking for, I think, a lightning strike. Play with fire, hit you to 8. Oh, Chandra. I think we keep it. That does hit for 2 a turn. Do we lightning? Yeah, let's do it. Lightning strike your face. Counter down to 4. So we get to attack with etchings, and if our opponent doesn't block, we just have lethal. If they do block, then Chandra should be able to stick, and Chandra is lethal in 2 turns. All right, opponent blocks. Well, go Chandra. Oh, nope. Hopefully that's not a counter. Okay. Chandra down. Ping it to 2. And basically our opponent has 1 turn to answer this Chandra or this Mechanized Warfare. And even if they do, we're a burn spell away from lethal. Flips Reflections. It's another very close game with this deck. Managed to dodge the Shieldred this game, which really helps, and Invoke Despair. Invoke Despair would be the worst. All right, opponent loots, discards, go for the throw. Desperation mode. Opponent's in desperation mode, and opponent cannot find it and scoops it up. Okay, so we can beat Grixis. We found a way. Do we want to change anything? I guess we can bring in one more Rending Flame. More Shielder answers. Game 3, we're on the draw. Can we take down the monster of the format? At least pre-Phyrexia, Grix is probably the most played deck. Definitely among them. Can we do some Solphim things? No Solphim action yet this match. We are on the draw. I mean, that's a fine hand. None of our big payoffs. No damage increasers, but we do have a lot of burn in hand. Underground River and passes. Well, Mishra's Foundry and Thermo-Alchemist. Go. Shipwreck Marsh. Passes. Well, opponent hasn't done anything yet. Well, play the land, pass the turn. We got Rebel Salvos for days. We're not losing to Shieldred. That much is clear. How many spells do we cast now? It's such a weird dynamic because like our play with Fire and Lightning Strikes, we have the mana to cast them, but they also become better if we draw Solphim or Mechanized Warfare. So there's some like weird tension. Ping ya. And then let's play with Fire because we get to Scry. Chandra is good. I think is worth keeping. And then we get to ping ya. And then, yeah, you know what? Let's just do it. Lightning Strike, yeah, untap. So get our opponent down to what? 12. And then we get to untap, play a land, play the Chandra. Okay. There goes our card advantage engine. Opponent go for the throw. Well, ping ya. Down to 11. Well, these Rebel Salvos actually not looking great here. Kind of oddly. They're so important in the matchup, but our opponent hasn't found the big things we want to kill. Oh, well, yeah, you know what? We're gonna go for it. Let's get in with this Mishra's Foundry. Always scary to do it with mana up, but we're not doing anything else. Get in, hit ya. Down to 9. We need all the damage we can get. We need all the damage we could get. Opponent, what do you got? Duresses. Well, Lightning Strike your face down to 6. Opponent can take a Rebel Salvo. Sacks the blood. Discards Brotherhood's End. Sure. Down to 5. Think we want to attack with Mishra's Foundry this turn and trade with the Blood Tithe Harvester. There might be some world where we actually Rebel Salvo the Blood Tithe Harvester. All right. Oh, we're like 2 burn spells away. Getting frisky with the Harvester. No whammies. No Shieldreds. Okay, opponent just passes. They must have a bunch of removal. All right. One face at a time. Get in with the Foundry. I mean, removal is likely here, but I still think it's worth it. The removal is going to kill something. All right, has a cut down, sure. Well, run out the faces. Oh no. Oh, make disappear. Maybe we should have played the faces first. Opponent passing. We draw land. Wow, I don't know if we're gonna be able to close this out or not. This is ridiculously close. Get in with the Etchings. Pass the turn. Opponent, wow, this is ridiculous. Opponent, Blood Tithe Harvester, number 2, gets the blood. Oh, another mountain. Well, playing the mountain, pass the turn. There is some value to playing mountains. We saw Make Disappear. More lands lets us pay for Make Disappear. Opponent sacks the blood. Discards a land, draws a card. And cycles Xander's Lounge. Opponent's not running that well either. Neither one of us is actually running that well. Ooh, that is a good one. That should find something. 6 cards deep. That's a long ways to find. Okay, go for the throw. We can accept that. Opponent passing. No attacks. No. This is not the right time to string together mountains. Liliana of the Veil. Well, we got extra lands to discard. Takes it up. We'll discard a mountain. Getting in with both. Yeah, now we gotta kill. I mean, we're in danger to dying to beats. 5 damage a turn is a 3-turn clock. All right, well, kill the Blood Tithe Harvester. Come on, deck. We did sideboard in a lot of them. Pass the turn. What a weird game. We've drawn all the Shieldred answers and our opponent's drawn none of the Shieldreds. Takes up Liliana. At some point, we might have to hit the Liliana. The ultimate's like kind of annoying. If we had 1 more land, it would be kind of all right. 3 lands isn't. We can function with that. Flame Breather. Well, run it out. This might bait our opponent into taking down the Liliana. Still really want to try to hold on to the Rebel Salvo, I think. Opponent's probably ticking down, right? Wow, no, ticking up. Well, the Liliana then. The problem is if our opponent draws Shieldred, it just runs away with this game. We have used our Rebel Salvos. Opponents have 4. Go for the throat. Oh, can we find 4 points of damage? Mishra's Foundry. Well, if we're gonna draw yet another land, Foundry is the best one we can draw. Yeah, we've drawn a lot of lands. 3 in the graveyard, 9? We've drawn 9 so far. That's a lot for 20 cards. This entire match has been ridiculously close, which I guess is impressive considering how good Shieldred is against us. Like, we will take it. I mean, hopefully we end up winning, but our deck has shown well. Opponent, okay, Soul Transfer to get back to Blood Tithe Harvester. Hey, Bearby, chill, bud. Gets back to Blood Tithe Harvester. Hey, Bearby, hey, chill. We're playing a game. Gets back to Blood Tithe Harvester. Bearby, shh. Hits us down to, wow, we're running out of time, too. Sacks the blood. We're running out of time. Opponent has us on a 2-turn clock. Although they probably block with the Blood Tithe Harvester. Ooh, Rebel Salvo. You know what? Kill the Blood Tithe Harvester. Get in for 2. Any burn spell. Any single burn spell, and we win. And our opponent being at 2, if they don't have removal, they gotta leave back the Wandering Mind because of the Foundry. Opponent's gonna take up. Lightning Strike, play with fire. Yeah, let's just pass. Stop on our opponent's upkeep. The best time to cast the maybe lethal burn. Come on, opponent, just die. We can pay for Make Disappear. Oh no. All right, negate. Opponent's last card is the hard counter. Well, we just need to draw one more burn spell. Any one more burn spell. Opponent passes. Mechanized Warfare. Well, I mean, we'll run it out, but it doesn't really do much because everything is lethal anyways. What a game this has been. Passes. Discards a land. Okay, play with fire. Is lethal. Opponent's got 1 card. There's no way they drew another negate, right? There's no way. All right, let's see if we can figure out what's in our opponent's hand. If we attack here, maybe they use removal. Opponent blocks. Well, okay, this is fine. We can still play for Make Disappear. Stop on our opponent's upkeep. Play with fire. Your face. Come on, Grixis. No way. Opponent, another negate. Opponent's drawn as many negates as we've drawn burn spells here. Opponent passes. Come on, one more. All right, that's a mountain. Hold on to it. See if we get them to take up their Liliana. The problem is if they draw Shieldred, okay, Fable the Mirror Breaker. Oh, we gotta find this sooner. They're gonna find a Shieldred. Come on, deck. Thermo-Alchemist. Well, I don't even know if it's worth playing. I guess we will. Pass the turn. That is also technically lethal, although Liliana kills it. Opponent gets to double loot. What a game. Oh, they had 2 lands in hand. Oh, opponent gets 2 fresh cards. Fable, very strong. They got to take down. Yeah, gets rid of the Thermo-Alchemist. What you got? Another Liliana. I mean, I guess Mechanized Warfare does make Monastery Swift Spear lethal, which might make our opponent leave back their Goblin. Ticks up. All right, everyone's empty-handed. Come on, Magic Gods. Swift Spear, Bird Spell. Chandra, that works. The Mechanized Warfare actually does matter here. Double the damage, up to 2, and wow, what a game. I mean, we took down the best deck of the format. We didn't really see Solphim go off, but that was just a super close, interesting game of Magic. All around, opponent and our side. So many top decks, what a game. Well, sweet, Solphim burn. Budget Magic time. We are Solphim burning in standard, and yes, we would love to play for 2 Solphims. Okay, well, let's draw some lands. No creatures early is a little scary. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Oh no. We're up against some mono red deck that, okay, there's an early creature. Let's get down Flame Breather. Well, we would love to just draw lands for Solphim. Opponent faces Bloodthirsty Adversary, sure, and gets in. Yep. Probably gonna have to, oh no, more Solphims than lands is not ideal. Solphim Tron assembled, but I don't know how soon it's gonna come out of our hand. Opponent gets to flip the faces, and opponent gets to Lightning Strike our Flame Breather. Well, kill the adversary, ping ya. Opponent gets in for 2. Okay, Flame Breather. Oh, still more Solphims and lands. Oh no! Oh no! We're gonna make Koth look good here too, aren't we? Because we don't have lands. Okay, there is a land, although it's not the most helpful land. We can't kill the Koth. We even have the Rebel Salvo, but it doesn't kill Koth here. I don't know what our opponent's deck's doing. Big red? Oh, I mean, yeah, I guess we hit Koth for 6. Not lethal though. Tutors up a mountain. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. I mean, I guess Fable kind of improves Koth, doesn't it? Yeah, we're gonna play Warfare. We might regret not killing Koth. At this point, I think Koth is just gonna live. We can Lightning Strike the Koth, but I don't know if that actually leads to us winning. Play with Fires Our Face, down to 12. Because our opponent's gonna have this Fable anyway, and they have more creatures, and we just have infinite Solphims. Yes, we're seeing the downside of Solphim. 4 mana is a lot, and it is legendary. Oh no, another Fable. Yeah, this is looking bad. This is looking bad. Opponent gets in, makes a treasure, we get to block, sure. We need a miracle. Hey, we draw the land, but Koth just kills Solphim. We're gonna lose to Koth. We're gonna lose to Koth. But, well, I mean, Koth and double Fable of the Mirror Breaker. In our defense, like, it's not like our opponent's just Kothing. They're Kothing and discarding the useless lands to Fable the Mirror Breaker. Yeah, kill Solphim. Sure. Boom it. Land. And Sardian. Wow, that's a 7/4. Okay. So our opponent's definitely playing like some sort of big red deck. Kazakh Flame Breather. Boom. We're in a very bad spot here. Yeah, I guess this Koth is just gonna keep happening. Plays with Fire Face. Maybe we should have killed it. I don't know if any of our choices matter at this point. We just drew too many Solphims and not enough lands. About it. Lives Reflections of Kiki. Tutors up a mountain. Plays a mountain. Lightning Strikes a Flame. Yeah, we're so dead. We need to stop this Cliff Stomper, but at this point it's not even that good. Like, we get to Lightning Strike it and fizzle the reflections, but our opponent gets pinged to 15. There's just no way. They can do infinite Reflections of Kiki combos. Opponent passes. We will scoop it up. Yeah, they can just make 8 Kikis or something next turn. That was Koth going off. Mostly because our hand was so clunky, but that was a good Koth game. I don't even know if we change much, honestly. Maybe, like, Call the Professionals doesn't do anything. A little bit more cheap removal. Couple Strangles, maybe. Actually, yeah, we drew too many Solphims last game. Let's overreact and sideboard one out. On to game 2. Wow, opponents even got the Koth avatar. They're all in on this Koth plan. We're on the play, which is good. Okay, one Solphim is that we want to see. We do want to see a Solphim. Solphim is like the namesake card of our deck. So we do want a Solphim, but 1 is much better than 3 here. Opponent. Faces to match our faces. Sure. Ooh. Land, Swift Spear, get that counter. All right, this is a pretty nice start. Opponent, land, and Sardian Cliff Stomper with a counter. Kind of annoying. Is Cliff Stomper actually good? It doesn't go aggro until you get 4 mountains. That's, it's so slow. See if our opponent blocks. If they block, we'll definitely Lightning Strike. I really don't wanna, yeah, let's just Lightning Strike our opponent's face. Down to 14, down to 9. See if we can just close this out. Opponent untaps, flips the Saga. Looking at our creatures. Wow, they went greed mode and it worked. Volt Charge proliferates the counter. Oh. All right, this is a unique take on red for sure. Oh, this is so awkward. Chandra, tick it up, paying it at 8. Get rid of the etchings. Come on, no mountains. No mountains. Opponent plays a mountain, gets a 6/6. We are so close. Oh, this is 2. This is 3. Big red, I guess. Mono red super. Oh, another Chandra to die for no value. We are in trouble. Oh, we're not even gonna get the Solphim down. Wow, Sardian Cliff Stomper and Koth. OP. Ping it as 7 past the turn. I mean, I think our plan at this point is just draw enough burn spells that we can finish the game. I think those are our hopes and dreams. Opponent. Maybe we should have chump block to keep Chandra one more turn. All right, opponent gonna draw. Hits another Cliff Stomper. My God. All right, as bad. Oh my goodness, Tron. Oh, we're dead. As bad as these are early, once you get the mountains, like that's 2 mana 5/4s that are gonna keep growing. Oh boy. Well, this is a match where we don't cast our Solphims. Bye. budget magic time. We are playing some more mono red Solphim burn in our new standard format and double mechanized warfare. All right, let's try it. I mean, we do have 2 3-drops that kind of do nothing, but they work really well with Flame Breather, and Faces is good. We got a curve. Opponent, all right, Junding us out maybe, Black Leaf Whips. Whenever I see Black Leaf Whips, I think of Jund in Modern. Tap land, well, land, ooh, Solphim too. Land and Flame Breather, get the counter. It is nice that Flame Breather, with the counter from Faces, dodges a cut down. A little bit of sneaky upside. Well, I mean, these Flame Breathers are gonna deal some damage. Fable of the Meowbreaker. Well, all right, take up the Saga, flip it. I mean, let's just play a land and get down the Mechanized Warfare, and this probably makes our opponent chump with the Goblin, or else they're taking 6? Well, I guess trade with the Goblin. Yeah, opponent is going to block, drops to 15. Is Shieldred a problem here? Shieldred's always a problem. Kind of want to just play another Mechanized Warfare. Every Flame Breather trigger being a lightning bolt is kind of absurd. Well, all right, there is a Shieldred. Oh, we draw the land. We could play Solphim, but it does die to more removal than Warfare. Yeah, let's play a Warfare, ping it for 2. Pass the turn. I mean, maybe we can just play through Shieldred. Let's see how much life our opponent can gain. Opponent, Riveteer's Requisitioner, sure. Oh, does that change things? Our Lightning Strike hits for 5? God, all right. Do we kill the Shieldred is the question. Probably. If we Lightning Strike Shieldred, we still get 6 damage. And our opponent stops gaining life. We get 6 damage from the Flame Breathers. I think this is fine. And then, like, in our dream world, we draw land and just Solphim Play with Fire, and our Play with Fire is dealing, like, I don't even know, infinite. And we get to attack with the Flame Breather. Ugh. Yeah, our opponent probably should have killed that before we untapped, I think. They had to go for the throw, but they waited until Flame Breather blew some fire on their face. Opponent kills a Flame Breather. All right. Oh, Lightning Strike. Oh, that is excellent. I mean, that's lethal, right? Play with Fire, double Mechanized Warfare. So Play with Fire is 4. Swift Spear doesn't really matter. And then Lightning Strike for 5. Is Mechanized Warfare actually good? That was 9 damage with a Play with Fire and a Lightning Strike. Wow, we didn't even get down the Solphim. All right, well, bring in things that can kill Shieldred, like more Rebel's Elbows. Do a little trimming. Go down the call in the Professional. Maybe a Chandra. Let's try a Flame Channeler. Like, if we're not gonna bring in Flame Channeler in these grindy matchups, we probably should just not have it in our sideboard. So we gotta try it. All right, bring in all the big removal, run it like that. Game 1 went surprisingly well. Mechanized Warfare deals some damage. All right, opponent's on the play for game number 2. Ooh, double Solphim. Okay, is it finally Solphim's chance to shine? We do need it lands, but if we do, lands and 2-drops are what we really want here. Lands for Solphim, 2-drop to go with his Faces. All right, another Faces. Well, Faces, go. Opponent down to 19, untaps. And, all right, channel land passes. Okay, that's a land. Getting closer to the Solphim. This does mean we're gonna waste the +1/+1 counter, but can't really do anything about that. Faces take 2, ping ya, pass the turn. Opponent, and just, oh my God, okay. Wow, our spells are going to be dealing so much damage if we can get this Solphim down. Mechanized Warfare. Add it to the party. Opponent kills Etchings. Pass the turn. I mean, they probably have enchantment removal. Green is one of the best colors, especially green-black at killing enchantments. Opponent. Wow, opponent's just doing nothing. Well, flip the Saga. We are not drawing the lands for Solphim, unfortunately. Do we have more removal? Shieldred's Edict. All right, well... Go Thermo-Alchemist. All right, more lands. I mean, they gotta have something big in hand, right? Invoke Despair would be a blowout. Fable of the Meowbreaker. Oh, there's a land. We're gonna play Solphim. We're gonna play Solphim, see if we get to untap. So right now our Thermo-Alchemist taps for, wait, 2 doubled 4? It taps for 4, right? It should. Oh, Vraska, our Solphim. Well, opponent, gonna treasure our Solphim. We'll tap the Thermo-Alchemist. I don't know why we didn't get as much damage as we wanted, but I don't think it really matters in that. I think they stacked the triggers in the wrong order. Opponent gets in with the Goblet, because if they applied Solphim first, it would be 3 damage. Yeah, I don't know. Well, we win anyway, I think, with this Lightning Strike Thermo-Alchemist. So Thermo-Alchemist hits you for 2, Lightning Strike you for 4, untap, down to 7, ping you for 2, Lightning Strike you for 4, untap, and that is some Pauper Burn shenanigans. The old Thermo-Alchemist combo. Well, unfortunately, maybe we gotta go full control when we have this set up, because we should have gotten 1 more damage. I'm very confident we should have gotten 4 damage instead of 3, but we'll take it. A win's a win. Budget magic time. We are playing some mono red Solphim burn in our new standard format, and it sounds pretty good. Could use 1 more land, but we got a decent curve. Let's see what our opponent's up to. Esper. All right, that's a land. Get down the faces past the turn. Cool, this hand could use a mechanized, oh no, not production. What is the name of that card? Well, take it up. Kessig Flame Breather. Counter's actually nice here because it means it can't get cut down, which is kind of big. Caves of Koilos and Kaito Shizuki. Sure. Makes a ninja, pass it. Oh, there's Solphim too. Well, flip the Saga, play the land, play the Chandra, ping ya. Take up Chandra, ping ya. Yeah, you know what? Let's just kill the ninja. Kill the ninja, ping ya. Hit ya down to 12, and things are not looking bad. Things are not looking bad. Opponent. Gonna loot with Kaido. Discard. Oh, Siphon Insight so slow. Opponent really needs Shieldred here, I think. About it. All right, cuts down the faces. You need more than that. Just cut down is not gonna be enough here. Wow, passing. Do we kill the Kaido is the real question. All right, take up Chandra Pena. Thermo-Alchemist. Thermo-Alchemist. Yeah, we're going face. You can loot. Loot away, friend, loot away. Get in with the Flame Breather. Opponent in, ooh, all right. I mean, Infernal Grasp is a removal spell, but that's a painful removal spell. If we get to get down Solphim here, oh my goodness. If we draw land and can Solphim, ping double Thermo-Alchemist, we win on the spot. A land would be so good. Opponent. I mean, a land means we win through Shielder. We don't even care about Shielder at that point. Jace Perfected Mind, sure. Wait, is he speaking Phyrexia? Oh, there goes all the lands we wanted. Opponent draws a card. Oh my god, it's a land. All right, so land. Solphim. Double damage. Chandra ping you. Tap the Thermo-Alchemist. Ping you for 2. Ping you for 2. Play with fire you. And that is, oh, that is Solphim. That is what we want to do with Solphim. 100%. Looks like super friends. Let's go down, call him the professional. Go up the Rebel Salvos. You know what, let's go 1 Solphim. Run it like that, I think. We want the Rebel Salvos to deal with Shieldred, but they're also pretty good at sniping Planeswalkers. 5 damage to a Planeswalker is usually enough. Well, that went really well. That was, that was kind of how we drew it up. What is that card? Not Mechanized Production. Mechanized Warfare. That makes more sense. Mechanized Production is classic against odds card. Copying artifacts, winning the game. Jace, not impressive there. not strong enough to stand up to the flurry of damage. And that was with our opponent on the play too. Opponent won the die roll there. We still just ran him over. Yeah, you know what? No 2-drop, which we would like a 2-drop, but this hand's actually pretty good. And there's a 2-drop. All right, so now this hand is basically ideal. Faces into a 2-drop to get the counter, into either Mechanized Warfare or Chandra. Regular Bankbuster. It is a good card, but perhaps a tiny bit slow for this matchup. Flame Breather, get the counter past the turn. So the big turn. Opponent needs something good here. If they just play a Planeswalker, they're kind of in trouble. Well, flip the Saga. Play the land. Oh, draws a card, okay. Well, this is fine. Opponent gets smacked. They tap down, so we get to play Chandra, ping you. Chandra, tick up, ping you. Play with fire, your face, scry and ping you. And this was a good turn. This was a good turn. Opponent's down to 10. Do we want to mount in? Probably not, honestly. All right, pass the turn. All right, they need something good. We have a Shieldred answer in hand, so Shieldred is not that, wow, they're just passing. Oh God, oh God. Well, play the land. Mechanized Warfare. I mean, they really need a counter. They are in serious trouble. Wow, they're down to like 1. Wow, what a draw. And if they spend a counter here, then we're free to just hit with everything, most likely. Is this the Salty Scoop? The Salty Burn Scoop? Opponent's got more rares in their mana base than we got in our deck. Sometimes it pays to just be fast. Wow, this is the Salty Rope, isn't it? Opponent played a Bankbuster and just Salty Scooped. This isn't even that salty of a deck, really. Compared to like Obliterator Fight Club or whatever. This is mild salt levels. Wow, they really are gonna Salty Scoop. All right, ping ya. Mechanized Warfare, ping ya. Down to 7, can't use the mana, hit ya. Down to 1, and you're go, opponent. I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh, this is where it's so tempting to emote. I need the Karn emote so I can crim. Editor, put a crowd surfing Karn in here. Hovering on our opponent's face as they Salty Scoop. Actually, wait, I think I figured it out. Haha! We can do the manual emote, and then our opponent doesn't know that we're BMing. Ha! We're surfing on your face, buddy. Opponent passes. Rebel Salvo, our own creature, trigger Frame Breather, burn you out. We gotta rub it in a little bit. Wait, where'd Karn go? We clicked something. Where's our Karn? Boom. Now I can emote without feeling bad. No guilt. This is the no guilt way to emote. Our opponent has no idea unless they watch our videos, and then I guess they'll know. But yeah, what are the odds? I mean, if you're gonna Salty Rope 4 turns in a row, I think it's probably deserved. Well, that went well. That went really well. Budget magic time. We are playing some mono red Solphim. Damage, I don't even know, doubling, tripling. It's basically Panoramic Gunburn. Think of it like that. Mono red Panoramic Gunburn. Let's go with that. Damage doubling burn. Yeah, we'll keep this. Go Thermo-Alchemist. Well, this would be a great Pauper Burn hand. Wow, and a Flame Breather. Okay. Is it? Wow, another flame. All right, Flame Breather, go. We have so many of these. Opponent passes, won't play a land. Flame Breather. Oh no, draw a card, gain 5. Oh boy. All right, that is a bummer. Feels like the kind of deck that would have a farewell. Light up the night. Well, land, Thermo-Alchemist, also Thermo-Alchemist. So many creatures. All right, no Wraths. Brothers at End would literally end us here, I think, with this hand. Big score to draw some cards and make some treasures, and plays a land and cut it out with a life gain. Probably should have played that last turn. Get in for 1. Pass the turn. Wow, we've drawn so many lands. Passing. Ping you. Ping you. Untap. Well, I mean, Mishra's Foundry. Play the land, go to combat, attack you. Opponent takes the 3 faces of Kazaka. That was definitely not right. Kazan. I feel like our opponent has farewell and they need a white source. Okay. Who knows what's happening, but it's probably not good for us. Opponent reducing the cost of their spells. Big score. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. That is farewell, man, if they got it. Oh, okay, Silver Scrutiny. Ping you. Ping you. I don't think we're gonna Lightning Strike yet. We wanna see if we can draw a Solphim. Solphim would make this hand so much better. Chandra. Well, play the Chandra.
I'll light your way.
Tap the Thermo-Alchemist. Take up Chandra. Ping you. Fire up Mishra's Foundry. We're gonna hit our opponent low, but not to death. Oh, if we had drawn the Solphim, play the land, Lightning Strike, ping you, untap. All right, let's see what they got. Pass the turn, opponent to the virtual 4. They take up the Mind Splicer Apparatus. That life gain, that like 10 life our opponent gained is actually keeping them alive here. And they're untapping with a handful. We needed the Solphim. 7 lands that's a lot. We've drawn half of our cards have been lands, which is way more than we want in this deck. So not the best running. If we had drawn a little better, definitely scared of what our opponent can do this turn. Burn down the house. Okay, well, ping ya. Ping ya. So we lose everything. Opponent passes. Well, flip the saga. I mean, we're going for it. We are going for it. Will it work? Probably not, but we gotta try. Mishra's Foundry, fire it up, go to combat, swing with both. Wandering Emperor's the worst. Looking at all of our stuff. Fires a victory, kills a Foundry, draws a card. Yeah, all right, I think this is the best bet. Play with fire. Pay. Wow. Wow, the Mind Splicer apparatus comes through. Oh, we're gonna end up 2 points of damage short. Galvanic Iteration. Silver Scrutiny, draw 8. Well, if they hit that life gain spell, then we scoop. Otherwise, we have 1 turn to draw something that gets through 2 points of damage. We were so close. All right. I mean, we won't really scoop. I guess we'll actually have, wow, they are playing Farewell too. I mean, there's no way we get in 2 points of damage after our opponent drew that many cards. Galvanic Iteration. Galvanic Iteration. Yeah, this life gain spell saved our opponent's butt. I think our opponent gained 10. They gained 9 or 10 with this, and they're at 2. So I guess their plan's probably to do exactly this and then try to light up the knight for lethal. Didn't they just have lethal? Okay, opponent decides to not kill us. And cast another Galvanic Iteration. Why wouldn't they just kill us? I mean, they had the mana, right? They could cast this for like X enough easily because they're getting a 4 mana deduction. All right, so opponent's just going for the rub it in plan, I guess. All right, that was interesting. I guess we bring in Call the Professionals. Seems like a very tough matchup. All right, run them back. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, on one hand, we ran really poorly and our opponent gained 10 life, and they were at 2 when that game ended. On the other hand, opponent gained 10 life, and that is not good for our deck. Well, that was interesting. Good to see Mind Slicer apparatus doing something. I guess if you can sling enough spells, like, eventually it gets to the point where it does work. Maybe that life gain spell is actually good. Like, the amount of life that gained our opponent was absurd. Like, that was the hard counter to our deck. Actually, we never do a Mechanized Warfare or a Solphim either, which was a bummer. Well, we're gonna keep this. This is more okay than great, but we're gonna keep it. Opponent leads with a tap land. Well, yeah, let's play with Fire Scry for a land, I think. We want to get Chandra down, right? We had the land anyway. Draw the land, play Thermo-Alchemist past the turn. Opponent, tap land. Well, we'll play the land, we'll play the Chandra. We'll start the pinging. Oh, they're gonna gain 7 life, aren't they? Temporary lockdown just to kill the Thermo-Alchemist, sure. Well, ping you with Chandra, Thermo-Alchemist, Flame Breather, go. Opponent, Mountain passes. Gotta play around Wandering Emperor here. There's a Wandering Emperor. Well, good thing we played around it. Ticks it up, okay. I mean, this Call of Professionals could be really helpful at some point. Ticks up again. Ping you. Lightning Strike you. Ping you, ping you. And also ping you. Well, I mean, take up Chandra, ping you. I think we gotta leave up the Call of the Professionals. I'm very scared of that life gain spell. Silver Scrutiny. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not enough. Okay. So opponent draws some cards. Well, let's see what they find. Opponent needs to answer multiple things. Like, Farewell doesn't even really do it here, right? Ticks up. Ping you. Lightning Strike you. And this should do it, I think. Opponent goes to 5. Opponent goes to 2. Opponent goes to 1. And then, yeah, Chandra lives in and gets in that last point. Okay, that went much better. That went much better. All right, run it back. Can we do it one more time? We just got to be fast. There's no way we're winning the late game against this deck. Not even like any chance. So we got to be fast and we got to prevent the life gain. Killing our opponent before the farewells and burn down the houses come down is ideal. All right, opponent's on the play. Let's see what this hand looks like. Give us a good one, Magic Gods. You know what? Good enough. Opponent, tap land. Well, we will faces ping you. Sand actually can get in a lot of damage. Opponent, mountain. Well, play the land, play the Swift Spear, get a counter, play another faces, ping you, attack you, down to 15. Opponent plays a land passes. Well, trigger. Play a land, Swift Spear, get the counter, Flame Breather. Oh, back up to 15. Okay, that's not ideal. Passes. Well, flip the Saga. So what if they have Wandering Emperor? Do we care? I mean, we have to just swing with everything, right? Go to combat, attack with everything. Play with Fire Your Face, get some triggers. And opponent scoops it up, and opponent scoops it up. Okay, we can beat that deck. Oh my goodness, they went off in game 1, but in game 2, in 3, we got to see the burn power. Was this even lethal? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think they go to 1. 11, 1 from the ping, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, I'm glad they decided to leave instead of burning down the house or something next turn because all we got left is a Thermo-Alchemist. So, well, that was good. Sweet. So what did we learn this week about mono red Solphim burn in Phyrexia standard? And record-wise, the deck was great. We ended up going 4-1 with the deck. Our one loss was to Koth of all things. We just got out-redded by like some ridiculous big red deck, playing tons of Planeswalkers and like Proliferate, which actually looked pretty sweet. So the deck, it worked really well. Like we got some ridiculous wins. We took down Esper, we took down Grixis, we beat a lot of the top tier decks in standard heading into Phyrexia. So the deck definitely can compete with the best decks in the format. On the other hand, I was a tiny bit disappointed because Solphim itself, we got to go off with it once, but it got stuck in our hand a lot. Like 4 mana is apparently a lot, and then it does just die to removal unless we get to 5 mana, then we can try to make it indestructible and protect it. So we found out a lot of times Solphim just, we either didn't draw it or it got stuck in our hand. We had that one game where we drew more Solphims than lands and we just died brutally with 3 Solphims in hand. So that was a bit of a drawback. On the other hand, the deck itself worked really well. Like our burn spells worked well. We got to see Kessig Flame Breathers and Thermo-Alchemist go off. Mechanized Warfare was very good. Like that card impressed me the most. I was expecting Solphim to be that card, but actually Mechanized Warfare, just that adding extra damage allowed us to pick up some really interesting sweet wins. Overall, if you're looking for a sweet budget deck to play in Phyrexia standard, the deck felt really good. Like I said, we only lost to a really weird red deck and we beat a lot of the best decks in the format. So Solphim burn seems like a pretty good option for picking up wins in our new standard format. So anyway, that is Solphim burn. That's been our budget magic for this week. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be back in a bit for the wrap up.